guys, I'm Julia from This Model Eats A Lot, and this is my friend Benji.
Hello everyone.
We are here at Chambers of Flavour. I'm freaking out. Oh my god! This is the most secretive event in the world, guys. We know nothing about it. We just found out the address a couple of hours ago.
You've enticed me here with good food. I've been literally in anticipation all day.
Oh,
You've kept me waiting non-stop. My worry is the bright socks we have to wear and what that is used for.
Did you have bright socks?
I had to find some old rugby socks.
Oh, really?
They haven't been washed in about 20 years.
Oh.
We'll
gorgeous.
see how much they smell.
What do you do for a living, Benji?
I'm a doctor. Yeah.
I really appreciate Benji because most doctors, they tell me not to smoke, not to drink, to eat all my greens. Benji tells me the best places in London, where to smoke, where to drink. You know, my dad tried to bribe me to get into medical school.
I think I was bribed.
What did you get?
I was promised a car and never actually got a car. I think I actually got Indian food as a present for graduating. So there we go.
Good graduation. I'll take Indian food. This episode is actually going to be embargoed till September. So if you're watching this now, hello September. Okay, we'll talk to you soon, guys.
Take care. Bye.
So here we are on the same day after the event. Not really.
With our mate Frank.
I think the event was pretty damn cool. What do you think?
It was incredible.
You know what? I think it's just because there's so much kind of mystery leading up to it.
I tried to Google it online. I found literally close to nothing, which actually piqued my interest even more. Oh my lord. I had no idea what to expect. I felt I was walking into the middle of an industrial playground.
It is quite scary because, you know, it's like you walk past that graffiti kind of down a dodgy little alleyway and you're kind of like, oh, okay.
From the moment you walked in, you walk into this almost warehouse stroke garage. That's the best way to describe it.
It's like a big underground area.
Pipes everywhere, things hanging from the ceiling, people strewn everywhere. It was
people?
Yeah, there was like just this art, all those people just sitting around waiting for everyone at the same
Frank. But you definitely get into character with the whole setting. So what happens is you're put into a group of people, you're taken upstairs and you're led into this vault.
It's kind of like a hatch. It's very disconcerting because you have no idea where you're going.
Basically, if you have control issues, you will hate this. You kind of walk into this thing that's like an elevator and one side of the door closes and then the other one opens and you walk into this other dimension. So the first dimension we walked into was
A Matter of Taste. The concept was a TV show, so we were all placed into a room in miniature groups around a table filled with what we had to eat, of which we had no idea what it was because we weren't told.
You had to guess, yeah,
what you were eating.
I'm so bad at doing that, honestly. But you did pretty well, actually.
No, I have the most uncultured palate there is out there.
What rubbish!
I'm honestly, I can't tell the difference sort of about. There's a bit of a journey that we went on, right? And especially as a group, you had to guess it together and see who won sort of the TV show and who guessed the correct answers.
And we won, didn't we?
We did win.
Yeah.
You wouldn't expect any of that.
Oh,
we had
yeah.
Frank on our team.
Can I tell you guys something really funny? The best thing is, Benji actually writes a report on the whole event and sends it to me.
Immediately. Yeah.
This is how you get into medical school, kids.
Attention to detail. But no, it was incredible, that first experience. Kind of set the flavour for the rest of the journey.
And actually, as the winning team, we got to go to the next dimension, a special way, which no one else got to go, and that was
Down the coolest little slide into the coolest little ball pit you could ever imagine.
And I have never gone down a slide into a ball pit ever in my life, so...
Although I was probably as tall as the slide itself.
Oh, really? Yeah. The dimension was called Inside the Bubble.
Yep, inside the bubble.
So we went down the slide into the ball pit where we looked up and saw a cave.
And a mermaid. If Little Mermaid wasn't Lady Gaga, this would be her, right? She was nuts but brilliant.
She was crazy, I loved her.
And it was very fishy.
It was very fishy,
Very fishy, and it kind of fitted with the whole room, didn't it? The next dimension was the Lost Room. This was bonkers, right? This was a room full of bicycles.
As we walk in, we're just looking at everything and like, oh my god, it's crazy, and then all of a sudden this chick comes out and she's like, ah! She was lost in this otherworldly dimension.
And she was serving us something that was meant to help us get back or go to the next dimension.
Yeah, the drink we had in the Lost Room was called the flu vaccine.
Flux vaccine.
Sorry. Me fail English? That impossible.
She's from Australia.
We don't speak English in Australia. Anyway, the drink that we had in the lost room was called the... I was about to mess it up.
Flu vaccine. Flu vaccine.
It was called the flu vaccine.
No, the flux vaccine. I should go mad, but that's what happens when you spend too much time in the sun.
You say Benji, you'll look so much better.
So the drink we had in the lost room wasn't the flu vaccine, it was the flux vaccine, which was not amaretto, but tasted like it, and was in fact pale ale, lemon sorbet with coconut and grapefruit dust. Really, I could have done with a couple more
I know. And you know what we should have done actually is just, you have the option if you want to drink or pre-order bottles to drink during the event, and I was just so busy with like filming and getting my shots that I didn't do it. Although I should have.
We were the only two without
alcohol. We were the only two without alcohol, so like halfway through we're like, oh.
So we saw the alcoholic sorbet when The other thing I loved about this room was along the journey you get to know the people in your group, and there's actually a couple on their first date, and our very own Julia encouraged them to have their first ever kiss in the room.
Encouraged or peer pressure?
I think peer pressure.
Peer pressure. Kiss.
The next room was topsy-turvy. The best way I think of describing this was it was the main course room. Like a couple who lived in this little room. Very odd dynamic between the husband and wife.
Dysfunctional, weird couple. And the cool thing was the girl from the previous dimension who was lost, she actually came with us.
It was interesting.
Weird, because we got her from that dimension to the new dimension, and then she just kind of left.
I don't know, and then left. I'm telling you, the whole thing was bonkers, but brilliant.
It was crazy, but I think if you were drinking heavily, it would make sense.
Yeah. What I loved about this was the amount of inappropriate jokes that went on in this room between the couple, right? It was incredible. You felt like you were sitting down to have like a family meal in someone's house.
So I had the duck à l'orange, which was pretty good. It's really hard to cook for a dinner party and get everything right.
Exactly, because I'm a very odd, fussy person. I'm a pescatarian. But thankfully they catered for my needs.
With an allergy to mushrooms.
With an allergy to mushrooms. I actually just don't like mushrooms.
I saw that. That's really dodgy, Benji.
Well, weirdly enough, I can eat truffles and I like mushrooms.
Bet you can bloody eat truffles. Probably would have liked the duck to be a little bit more crispy skin.
Really? They look nice to me.
Yeah. It was good, but
but the mushrooms put me off on the dish.
With 4 veggie mushrooms. Allergy.
Proper allergy. And the last, and I think probably the best room, was Totally Fluxed. This was absolutely hilarious. It was Sesame Street on drugs. Right?
It was like an adult Sesame Street.
Oh god, there was some ridiculously crude things being said, which was amazing.
I wish I remembered them.
This was kind of the dessert room.
How do I not remember this?
Lightweight.
Yeah, totally.
Real lightweight. You had to go and find it in the one in the doll's house. You had to go under a little hatch to find. Can you remember that?
No, I think the alcohol had truly kicked in.
Yeah, the pretend amaretto. And we had sherbet lemon, which was a lemon posset, crumble, which was incredible, ginger jelly, lemon sherbet, and a bunch of gel and Harlem crisps.
Well, thank you, Benji, for coming on the experience with me.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like the series, don't forget to subscribe. If you did go to Chambers of Flavour, comment below and tell me what you thought of it, and if you also have a fake allergy to mushrooms or fake allergy to anything.
Community.
Alright, guys, I'll speak to you really soon. Have a great week, and don't forget to eat a lot.
Bye.